Vishwarupa was also praying for the demons because his dynasty, his mother was from a demon family. Indra got very mad and he cut the Vishwarupa was also praying for the demons. He cut the head of Vishwarupa, the three heads of Vishwarupa. And then Twashta prayed for a son who would kill Indra, but when he was praying, he uttered that who will be killed by Indra instead. And so Vrtrasura, and Vrtrasura, yeah, was very, very huge, and he uh, he he could really defeat the Devatas. Um, So we are going to start with the chapter where the fight between Vrtrasura and the Devatas happen. So this is what we discussed last class. Anybody has any questions on the appearance of demon Vrtrasura? Okay. So then let's get started here. So there's a big battle between Vrtrasura and the demigods. So that's where this chapter begins. So um, so the Lord had told, so they actually went to the Supreme Lord when Vrtrasura was born to find out how they can defeat this Vrtrasura, because he was very huge and the demons had now taken over because of the power of Vrtrasura. Um, so then the Lord told to go to the Dichi Rishi. The Dichi Rishi is a very, very good devotee of the Lord, and he would give them the Dichi Rishi's bones, and from those bones, they could create a thunderbolt, and with that, they can kill Vrtrasura. So this chapter starts with the demigods, especially Indra, going and asking for the bones of the Dichi Rishi. Now, just imagine if somebody comes and says, "Hey, we need your bones. Why don't you die and give me your bones?" Will any of us do that? No. So we see here how Dadichi is such a great devotee. When he heard that the Lord wants his bones for a greater purpose, he's willing to give up his life. But initially he didn't agree. He said, "Oh, how can anybody give their bones and voluntarily um, you know leave the body, because everybody is allowed to protect their body because the soul needs to be in the body to do some service." But the demigod said, a very I don't know what just happened. A compassionate soul will always give charity to for a greater purpose. So, but if you just see who is giving this instruction, it is actually Indra and the demigods who are always materially motivated. They want more riches, they want their kingdom back. But if you look at the life of the Dichi, he's fully dedicated to the Lord and giving up his life even. Um, so Dadichi said, "Actually, I wanted to hear from you about dharma, and I'm feeling honored to do the service, to give my body for this great purpose, that you can use my bones to build this this thunderbolt, and especially because these instructions are coming from the Supreme Lord Narayan." So now somebody might think, "Oh, why is the Lord, helping this Indra by killing this great devotee?" So that's where we should understand we are not this body. We are actually the soul. And when the Dichi leaves his body, he's going to Krishna and he's going to be with him eternally. So it is actually a greater benediction for a devotee to leave his body than to be in the material world, which is full of suffering. So, the devatas are always focused on sense enjoyment, so they are just using the instructions of the Lord towards getting back their kingdom, etc. But the Diji, even though initially he was acting as if he wouldn't give his body, he immediately said, "No, I was just testing you. I really want to do this service." And death is very painful for a regular person, but for a devotee, it is just going from one one place to another, very um, unpainful. So Dadichi went into a trance and he left his body without any pain. And so the demigods then took the bones of Dadichi and gave it to the architect called Vishwakarma. The Vishwakarma is a great designer and architect. He designs many temples, and he's also taking the bones of this great Rishi Dadichi, and he's making a thunderbolt out of it. This is a weapon that would be given to Indra. So then the Indra and the demigods, having this great weapon with them, starts attacking the they start attacking these demons. So so that's where Vrtrasura and the demons are fighting Indra, who is on the elephant, and with this thunderbolt. Um, so initially, the demons, they started fighting and they threw all their great weapons at the demigods. Uh, and this was like bludgeons, swords, arrows, and all that. The greatest weapons, they threw it at demigods. But then suddenly, the demigods, who are very powerful now with the instructions from the Supreme Lord, they the Lord wanted the Devatas to win. So all these weapons of the demons, they were broken into pieces. And seeing this, all the demons were so afraid they ran away from the battlefield. They didn't want to continue anymore. And then Vrtrasura was saying, "Hey, hey, where are you running? My fellow warriors, you have to be fighting beside me. Dying in the battle is a very exalted position. You could also die serving the Lord, or if you die in the battle, both would be very um, very beneficial." So Vritrasura was instructing the demons um, to not leave the battlefield. So it looks like Karthik Mataji has to leave. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving your association. Um, and so then what happened was Vritrasura was alone in the battle, and Indra was there. So Indra, um, what was happening was the demigods or devatas, they started following the demons, and the demons um, when the demons were running, the demigods were running behind them and trying to attack. So Vritrasura, you're going to find out that he's a great devotee. So Vritrasura is giving instructions to everybody. So Vritrasura gave instructions to the demigod. Hey, what foolish thing you're doing? You are fighting from behind, fighting from the back of these people who are running from the battlefield. That's not right. You shouldn't be trying to kill or fight anybody who's running away. So those were the rules of the wars before. If somebody is retreating, don't attack them from the back. But the demigods weren't following that. So um, Vritrasura was calling them out and saying, "This is very bad. You guys are like stool coming from your mother." So he was kind of um, you know humiliating them for their bad deed. So he asked them to stand before him and fight. So Vrtrasura was alone in the battlefield, and he gave a tumultuous roar, and all the um, demigods, they became afraid, and he started to trample the demigods like a mad elephant. Now he's the lone warrior in the field, and he's fighting this whole huge army of devatas. So Indra then, he took a club and hurled it at Vrtrasura. Now you can see from this picture how Indra's size is so small compared to Vrtrasura. Um, who see Vrtrasura as having a big trident in his right hand, and if you focus on on his left hand, when Indra threw the club, Vrtrasura easily caught it with his left hand, and then he gave a big strike to the elephant. And you know the name of Indra's elephant? Starts with I, Ira. Yeah, Airavata. Yes. So Airavata is the white elephant that Indra rides on. Its mouth got started bleeding, and it started spitting out blood, and it was pushed back 14 yards by Vrtrasura. And Indra suddenly, with his hands of nectar, tried to make the elephant feel better. And then um, Vrtrasura waited for them to come back to composure. So we can see here though he's like a demon, he is following all the rules of fighting. He's not hitting somebody who is crouching in pain or anything like that. So, um, so Vrtrasura then he he asked Indra to start to um, use his thunderbolt on him, because he knew the story of this thunderbolt, how it came. And Vrtrasura, as soon as he was born from the sacrificial fire of his father Twashta, Twashta was lamenting his son Vishwarupa's death in the hands of Indra, who chopped off his three heads, right? So Vrtrasura came immediately, and this is his service. But he's a great devotee, though he's a big demon. So he's wanting Indra to use this um, thunderbolt, because that's the instruction from Narayan, who is his supreme uh, worshipable deity. So he really wants the Lord's instructions to come true. So he's actually hinting to Indra to use the thunderbolt. But Indra was using his own club and all that, right? So um, and yeah, so Vrtrasura, first he says, I'm going to kill you, Indra, because you killed my brother Vishwarup, and you are not, you even, Vishwarup was actually a Brahmin, a guru, your guru, and he is my brother. You killed this nice person, so I have to avenge the death of that. So I'm going to fight and punish you. But then he also says, if I kill you, I can avenge for this. If you kill me, that's even better, because then I can go to my Supreme Lord Sankarshan's abode, because it's much better to go to the spiritual world than to be in the material world. So Vrtrasura, and then he started saying some wonderful prayers. The prayers were saying that, he wants this to serve the Supreme Lord. He doesn't want any material mystic powers or any kingdom, or he doesn't want to be the ruler. All he wants to be is to serve the servants of the Supreme Lord. So he just wants service. So Vrtrasura, we can see here, he's such a great devotee, and he has a greater understanding about Lord and Bhakti Yoga than Indra, who is very materially motivated. He is a devotee, he is a Karma Mishra Bhakta, Indra is. So he does fruitive activities and he does devotion. But Vrtrasura is, fully wants to surrender to the Lord, and he just wants to, serve the Lord. And we see it from the prayers. Um, so that's what we see, that then Vrtrasura then, after praying to the Lord, attacks Indra with his trident, because Indra was not using his thunderbolt um, that was supposed to be killing him. So he attacked it with the trident, and then Indra um, breaks the trident with the thunderbolt, which is very powerful, which is the Dichi's bones. And then he also chops off his hand, meaning Vrtrasura's hand that had the trident. So Vrtrasura then um, um, uh, Vrtrasura then attacked with the other hand with an iron mace, and Indra dropped the thunderbolt. And then Indra, he's full of pride that he's a great person and a great fighter. So he was feeling it below himself to pick up the trident again, the thunderbolt again. So Vrtrasura said, "Hey, don't be proud. You need the Lord's power to defeat me. So you better pick up that thunderbolt and attack me." So Vrtrasura said that, and reluctantly Indra took up the thunderbolt, and then um, he was still not doing much with it, because by this time Indra also understood that this Vrtrasura is not a regular demon who is an atheist. This is a very devotional person, a devotee. So Vrtrasura, uh, because Indra was not doing anything, he started attacking with his other hand, and then Indra cut his other hand as well. So now he was handless, and Vrtrasura then attacked Indra with his mouth um, by swallowing Indra, and then Indra used his thunderbolt to, you know, inside Vrtrasura's abdomen. He broke free and then came out, um, and Indra understood that this is a great devotee, and then he started. Um, but all the sages, they were telling Indra, now you have to kill this demon and establish what the Lord wanted, that you all should become the rulers of the world. So then, um, yeah. So then Indra took out the thunderbolt and started cutting off the head of Vrtrasura. And Vrtrasura is very powerful. And it took a whole year for Indra to cut off his head. And once the head was cut off, Indra, everybody showered flowers, but then Indra was very morose and unhappy, because he had to kill a devotee of the Lord. Um, and he had also done many, many bad things before, like killing Vishwarupa, disrespecting his spiritual master. So actually, so all his bad reactions of his bad karma took a form of a old lady, a Chandala lady, so a very low birth, and a person who eats dog meat is called Chandala. So this is a Chandala woman who had tuberculosis, and she's coughing blood, and very foul smelling smell of fish comes when she breathes. So this is the personification of his bad karma, and this old lady was following Indra. So you can see in this picture how Indra is running away from his karma, and he's very unhappy, and he couldn't rule the kingdom. So what he did was he ran away and went into Manasarovar Lake and hid inside the stem of a lotus flower, where he was meditating on the Lord for 1,000 years to get over his sins. And when you surrender to the Lord, he destroys all the sins, because he has said that in Bhagavad Gita, like, whoever surrenders to me, I will remove all your previous sin. So Indra was fully surrendered, praying to the Lord, and then even Lord Shiva and uh, Mother Lakshmi protected Indra while he was doing this prayer. And he finished his prayers, and while he was doing the 1,000 years of prayers in the lotus stem, there was another person called Nahusha who was given the post of Indra. So you can see that these demigod posts are just roles, um, and when one person is not there, another person takes that role. So Nahusha was the one who took that role for 1,000 years. Now, there's a story of Nahusha. Again, there's not much time to discuss about that. But quickly, um, Nahusha wanted to marry Indra's wife, and then he got cursed by the sages and he fell down into the earth as a python and all that. That comes later. I think we discussed that when we were discussing Mahabharata. Um, but so coming back to Indra, after thousands of years, he came back. So Nahusha wasn't there, and Indra was established back as the king of the demigods. And he ruled the heavenly planets. So, any questions on this whole episode of Vrtrasura, the great devotee demon, and his death, and how Indra regained the heavenly planets? All right, if not, we can go to the Kahoot. Okay, the game pin is coming up. It is 119256. Okay, can we start?
No, that's not Rishi. I'm calling.
Okay, Nitinji didn't join yet. All right, so we can start now. Okay, who gave up his body to serve the Supreme Lord's instructions so that his bones could be used to make a weapon? Tvashta, Dadichi, Vrtrasura, Indra. Yes, Dadichi. Okay, why did not Dadichi give up his body as soon as the demigods requested for it? He wanted to hear from the demigods about Dharma. He loved his body more than his love for God. He did not want to leave Earth at that time. He was afraid of the pain of death. Yes. So, very good. Okay, who built the thunderbolt from Dadichi's bones? Indra, Vishwakarma, Tvashta, Ashwini Kumaras. Who's a celestial architect? He's Vishwakarma. Yes. Now, Indra is the person who received the thunderbolt, but Vishwakarma was the one who built it. Okay, Nitinji is on fire with 3 correct answers, and so is Santoshji. Okay, what did the demons surrounding Vrtasura do when they saw their weapons smashed by the demigods? Demons started to fight with greater force. Demons took up more powerful weapons. Demons ran away from the battlefield. Demons decided to fight until death. Yeah, the demons were afraid. They ran away. Only Vrtrasura stayed and fought. What was Vrtrasura's instruction to the fleeing demons in the battlefield? Death is unavoidable. Accept a glorious death. Dying in service of Lord or in the battlefield is glorious. All of the above. Yes. Actually, all of you are right, but the best answer is all of the above. Okay, Nitinji is now in first place. What was Vrtrasura's chastisement for the demigods who were attacking the fleeing demons? Should not kill enemies from behind. Ask them to fight with him, not the fleeing demons. All of the above, none of the above. Yes, all of the above. So Vrtrasura told them, just fight with me. Don't fight, go behind the fleeing people. Okay. What did Vrtrasura strike Airavata with that made the elephant vomit blood and go back 14 yards? Arrow, trident, bludgeon, Indra's club. Yeah, actually it is Indra's club because Indra threw his club at Vrtrasura. Vrtrasura caught it and hit Airavata back with it. Hey, Radha Chaitraji is on fire. What did Vrtrasura call Indra? Killer of his brother, killer of a Brahmana, killer of his own guru, all of the above. Yes, all of the above is the right answer because Vishwarupa is Vrtrasura's brother who got killed by Indra, the three-headed guru. Okay. What did Vrtrasura encourage Indra to use? Why did use the thunderbolt to kill him? Vrtrasura's karmic debt will be destroyed. He can be of service to other living entities, attain the dust of the lotus feet of devotees such as Narada, all of the above. Yes. So Vrtrasura wanted to die at the hands of Indra based on the instruction of the Supreme Lord so that he can serve the Lord. Okay, what were the prayers of Vrtrasura to the Supreme Lord? Make him servant of devotees of the Lord. Make his mind always think of Lord. May his words always glorify the Lord. All of the above. Yes, all of the above. It is the right answer. Okay, 11th question. What was Vrtrasura's desire? Enjoyment in heavenly planets, ruler in a planet, mystic powers or liberation, serve the Lord. Yes, Vrtrasura only wanted to serve the Lord. And next class, we're going to find out why Vrtrasura, he came out of the sacrificial fire as a demon, but why was he a great devotee? What was his previous life? We're going to find out next class. What was the example that Vrtrasura did not use to describe his desire to serve the Lord? A baby bird, hungry calf, lotus flower, waiting wife. So I didn't touch on this. I'm sorry, so you got to guess the answer. Yes, so the answer is lotus flower. I'll quickly say he described himself as a baby bird who waits for his mother. The baby bird waits for the food from the mother. So he's completely helpless like a baby bird, and like the mother bird is Supreme Lord. He's like a calf that runs to the Supreme Lord for milk. And he also compared himself to a wife who's waiting for the husband to serve the husband. So these were the prayers of Vrtrasura. Okay. How long did Indra take to behead Vrtrasura? 1 day, 1 hour, 1 year, 1 century. So we said Vrtrasura. He took a whole year. That's the right answer. Yeah. Okay, Santoshi is back in first place. 3 more questions to go. What world did Vrtrasura go to after he left his demon body? Lord Sankarshan, Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Narasimha. Yeah, he went to Lord Sankarshan because he is the devotee of Lord Sankarshan. This is the form of Lord Vishnu. There are 4 Purushavatas of the Lord: Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Sankarshan. Where did Indra hide for 1,000 years when a sinful reaction like an old lady started following him? Under a mountain, in the water, in a lotus stem, in a cloud, in a palace. Yes, in the water, in a lotus stem is the right answer. All of you got it right. Excellent job. Last question for today. Who ruled the heavenly planets in the absence of Indra? Vayu, Varuna, Nahusha, or Agni? Nahusha is the right answer. Very good. Thank you so much for paying all the attention in class. So you got the answers right. So Kiti is in 3rd place. 2nd place goes to Nitinji. And 1st place goes to Santoshi. Congratulations to everyone who played. 4th, 5th place. All of you are winners because we are all learning here. And this quiz is just for encouragement and helps us remember what we learned. So all of you are winners. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpata rupascha kripa sindhupevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Let's all rejoice and pray to Lord Ram.
Hare Krishna,
today.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much.